Uncovering real estate fraud, questions you need to ask. Welcome back to Vilcabamba Real Estate Disclosures. So the channel has a few basic questions for abundant lying. And for anybody who's dealing with them, you just got to ask these questions, and I think you'll realize really what's going on. But let's just step back for a moment from the 2,000 plus videos, their numerous social media platforms, their propaganda machines, and all we have to do is ask the right questions. But be prepared to be deleted on the YouTube channel. All links are in the description. So question 1, could you clarify if Jesse's lawful name is Jesse Thomas Bayetsky or Jesse Thomas Bayer? It's important because working with a realtor using a fictitious name is a red flag. Question 2, regarding Bayetsky Mena Enterprises, an LLC established in Loja in 2021, here we have Jesse Thomas Bayetsky and architect Milton Mena. However, the LLC has a 2023 negative rating of 75.8. But why would a reputable realtor and architect need a shell company?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys.
Question 3. Can Jesse provide documents that support his past professional experiences? So we have Jesse Thomas Bayetsky Bayer. He stated in their Meet the Team bio, he was a successful, very successful New York real estate investor. He had a genius real estate model plan that he never discloses. In fact, he was so successful in New York that he fled to Ecuador. However, upon extensive online research, no information could be found to support this claim. Clarify this prior professional experience. Can we see some proof? Question 4. Does Abundant Lying currently operate a government-registered or incorporated real estate agency in Vilcabamba and Ecuador? And when was it first lawfully established? Parties reported that after a transaction with Abundant Lying, they do not exist, meaning no documents, taxes, bank accounts, or payments go through Abundant Lying. Parties noted that they don't exist beyond their social media platforms. Abundant Lying claims to be an agent, but an agent for who? An agent of what? Several parties also reported that Abundant Lying failed to respond post-sale to an array of serious housing, construction, land, flooding, title issues, leaky roofs, black mold, including the robbery of an entire household of property that the buyers brought. Several reported that Jesse was antagonistic and profane, particularly against females. Provide the government documents to prove that the real estate agency has been and is an incorporated or registered business to operate in Ecuador. Provide your SRI, tax ID, and links to relevant government agencies for verification. Question 5. So, can you provide copies of the real estate licenses for Go Brandon Polka, Ryan Pemberton, Jesse Bayetsky, and Carl Marson for the past 4 years? This will ensure that all the real estate agents have been and continue to be in compliance with Ecuador's real estate broker laws.
Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, in Vilcabamba, you want to be dealing with a licensed realtor. The license is about a normal driver's license size. It has their photo on it. Ask to see it. The photograph of the person on that license should be the person that you're talking to. Those licenses are issued and reissued every year. So make sure that the license is current, and in that way you know that you're dealing with someone who's a professional and is also kept up to date with all the rules and regulations for the province of Loja to do with real estate, full stop.
Question 6. Several buyers in the San Pedro development reported that they purchased lots in cash and since 2022 have yet to receive a title. They also noted that infrastructure including roads, water, and electricity was to be completed by 2023. However, Jesse Gabansky and Milton Mena later changed the date to 2024, and now it's 2025. So, are the San Pedro and Cucamonga housing developments legally established? Provide that information and the contact details for the relevant government agencies to confirm. You could also do a video about that. You could put the project on your website so we can all see it. Question 7. It's been reported there are currently 5 parties in 2024 and 2025 who bought houses or property through abundant lying. They report that all their titles have liens. These properties are now fully developed and increased in value over many years. Owners only discover the liens when attempting to sell. Uninherited heirs, such as stepchildren and others who were overlooked, are now resurfacing. Abundant lying has sold property with a hidden lien. Are liens permanent or do they have to be annually updated? That's a question. These familia claims would require payment of the property's current market value. Can you explain how that works? Is abundant lying liable for these poorly executed title transfers? Title insurance doesn't exist in Ecuador, correct? So, who is responsible? This has had a devastating impact on former clients. Some may be selling for personal reasons, which may include life-shattering events. It's a punch in the gut to discover they don't have a clean title. How does this dovetail with your heart-centered, organic, professional real estate claims? Where's the freedom and stress-free lifestyle so often propagated on your channel? In fact, this is such a frequent occurrence that we must ask, is it intentional? Did abundant lying knowingly conceal inheritors to later resurface as an investment strategy or payoff? This doesn't appear to be just random professional misconduct. And finally, question 8. Is employing known steroid abusers some sort of strategy since they're compromised? Are these employees employed under a legal contract and by a registered, lawful real estate agency? It appears 2 of Abundant Lying's employees are taking anabolic steroids. We have Go Brandon, Polka, and Carl Marson. Since steroid use is associated with psychiatric symptoms, including aggression as well as cognitive dysfunction, how can Abundant Lying assure clients they're physically safe and that Go Brandon and Carl are cognitively sound?